Commissioner Clark Coleman, Commissioner Basham, Commissioner Colleen,
Vente.
Chair Dobb.
Here.
You have a quorum
please,
present.
Oh, great. And everyone has marked present on their tablets as well. Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have none. Next item.
C, approval of the January 11th, 2023 meeting minutes.
Approval, Madam Chair. Oh, I'm seconding it.
Tablets. Is there any discussion on the meeting minutes? Hearing none. Please vote on your tablets.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Okay, next item.
Item 1, under new business, requesting commission approval of amendment 2 to a comparable source contract with Oracle America.
Okay, so this is software so that we can get our documents out for taxes to our employees. Is there any questions on item number 1 or questions or discussion? Please mark on your tablet. Okay, Commissioner Colleen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A big jump here in the amount of this contract. Is this, have scope of services changed? Why the big increase?
Hi.
And is it gonna, and it, one moment, and I'll also ask at the same time, does this increase the budget for the ERP?
Yes, we have Mr. Abbas here.
Yeah. Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, Greg Abbas, Division Director for Enterprise Applications. That's a great question. The prices did increase as a result of the current platform that we're on for PeopleSoft being near end of life. As a result of that, Oracle has a different pricing tier for the tax update services. And so with regard to the ERP project, this is a separate budget area, so it does not have an effect on that.
Okay, is it fair to say that at one time we estimated that this software, we'd be able to go further into the future with it, and now we realize, we have to cut bait now and do something different?
With respect to the cost itself, I think there was a certain amount of awareness that as we got closer to end of life on this platform, these prices would increase. I think it was just a little bit of a surprise to us as to how much they actually did increase overall. With regard to migrating from the platform, we are currently in the process of moving all of our PeopleSoft functionality this year into the Fusion environment. We'll continue to do so with the target being January 1 of 2024 for that going online.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Basham.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This technology is, I actually had pushed to speak before Commissioner Colleen, but at least now it shows that I did request to speak. I've been on the commission for a little over 12 years. What I noticed is when it comes to software, some of these companies will beat other companies out because they're the lowest qualified bid. You have to define qualified. But then they have proprietary software. So now if you want to continue with them, you have to pay the price or else. And so these comparable source contracts concern me. And also the import-export capability so that they actually communicate with other departments in the county and those sorts of things that concerns me. So without getting into it, speaking from a macro level, and also if other software companies knew what we were going to be voting on today, there might have been more people in there, more companies in there. So I just have concerns when it comes to comparable source contracts or sole source contracts. So anyway, that's my concerns, and I just thought I would voice that information in front of this committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions or discussion on item number 1?
Hi, it's Greg Abbas again.
Yes.
Division Director, Enterprise Technologies. There are actually other companies out there that are participating in these types of support models for these legacy systems. We did evaluate that as part of the process of moving forward with these approvals. The cost benefit just wasn't there though. They were comparably priced to what we're approving here today.
You all said Commissioner Basham?
Yes.
Okay, hearing no further questions or discussion on item number 1, Madam Clerk, please proceed.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 5-year comparable source contract with CBTS Technology Solutions.
Okay, do we have any questions on item number 2? Commissioner Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The underlying contract, it doesn't include an audit clause. And on the original contract, I voted yes. Is there going to be an audit clause? Can we audit them? I would ask a question to the Auditor General.
Marcy Coro, Auditor General. All contracts that come through to the commission should have an audit clause in them. Maybe Felicia can respond to this.
Commission Counsel.
Through the chair to this honorable body, if you could just give me a moment. I don't know that I was aware that this
Excuse me, this is Dwayne.
Just a moment.
through the chair to this honorable body, I was asking for just a moment. I wasn't aware that this contract did not include an audit clause. So I'm not exactly sure. I think this is the. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. If this is this, if I can just have 1 second.
We do have Mr. Dwayne Seals on Zoom. I believe he wanted to say something. Go ahead, Mr. Seals.
It's this contract. Thank you for the chair. The contract was actually written up and approved by Corporation Counsel. And I believe it does have an audit clause. We're just actually amending it just for, there's a state service charge that was not included in the original contract. So we need to have it amended and then do the contract, have it resubmitted before this honorable body. So to Commissioner Basham's question, I think it does have an audit clause to it. It was written up by Corporation Counsel.
Commissioner Basham.
Okay, then what you're saying is I got bad information and we do on the record have an audit clause in this contract.
Through the chair, Commissioner Basham, I'm almost positive, but I can double check that for you and get back with you if that's okay.
But I got to vote on it right now.
Oh.
So I can almost vote yes for it.
Okay. Give me a second, I can try to check for you. Hold 1 second.
Part of the problem is that this is an amendment. So I would have to search the original contract document.
Please, Zach.
This is Joe Slazak, policy analyst, because I did the analysis on the original contract and also in this amendment, and it was not in the original contract. I mean, I specifically in my checklist of things look for that, but at the same time, Marcy is correct in that the charter says that any county contract can be audited whether the clause is in there or not.
It makes me more comfortable, so I could reluctantly support it.
Through the chair, may I please speak, Assistant Commission Counsel?
Yes.
Hello.
Say your name and title for the record, please.
Hello, Ebony Adams, Assistant Corporation Commission Counsel, I'm sorry. I'm actually looking at the original and it does appear to have an audit clause in section 17.6.
Okay, are there any further questions or discussion on this item? Commissioner Basham, are you?
Madam Chair, I heard one person say that it did have an audit clause, and I heard the original, and the other person say it didn't have an audit clause. But what helps me, gives me more comfort, is the fact that the Auditor General says they do have the authority to audit them, period. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, with no further discussion on item number 2, we'll move to making a motion on, oh, I see, do we already have a motion on items number 1 and 2? Okay, so we have a Commissioner Clark Coleman making the motion for items number 1 and 2. Commissioner Colleen has supported. Please vote with your tablets. Okay, motion has passed. Madam Clerk, next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Okay, there are none. Next item.
Public comments.
Have we received any emails?
There are no emails.
Is there anyone with us today who'd like to make a public comment, or anyone on Zoom or on the phone? I don't see any hands. Are there any, do you see any hands raised, Madam Clerk?
There are no hands raised.
Okay. If there's anyone on Zoom or on the phone who wishes to make a public comment, you can just unmute yourself. This is the last call. Hearing none, next item.
Adjournment.
Need a motion to adjourn? And then support?